Holly Robinson Peete reacts to the loss of missing 6-year-old RJ Jett.
If you guys are just popping on, I wanted to talk to my fellow autism mom, advocate, podcaster, documentary filmmaker. This woman does everything. And about RJ Jett, a young boy 6-year-old boy, nonverbal, that they found in a pond behind his house in Georgia today. And it just broke my heart. Obviously, his name sounds just like my son. But beyond that, we hear this story too many times lately. It's happening too much. And what are the solutions and how can we create awareness about our kids eloping? And when you see a child walking past your house by himself with a popsicle, please go outside and get this child. If you be nosy, be that neighbor, walk outside, say something. Because we need a community and it takes a village to watch our kids. And I just pray for his family. You know, this is not about passing judgment. This is just about trying to create awareness so that this doesn't keep happening, because I'm seeing this happen too much.
Because it can happen to any one of our kids.
And then what about these ponds? Like you said, the HOAs are putting ponds behind these houses. Is that supposed to be like
It's like the standard, and it's more of like a luxury look, but unfortunately, it is everywhere in Texas. And I'm not sure about Georgia, but because I don't live there, but it's everywhere here. It really is. These fountains and lakes. Yeah, so it's very dangerous. But there are organizations that help with swim lessons if you're interested. Mine is one. This is going to be my last conference I'm doing because we really want to focus on that initiative of swim lessons and door locks for kids that have autism. And intellectual disabilities, and there are others that do that as well.
When is your conference?
It is July 11th.
Okay.
In 2 weeks.
Wow.
Almost there.
Oh my gosh. And you do such great work, Camille. I'm so impressed with the way you advocate for your community. And I'm so glad that we got you. If you get a chance, check out our podcast. Moments of Joy podcast. Check it out because we had so much fun talking, and it was one of my favorite podcasts. We just, you're such a good interviewer and you understand what the situations are, and we've seen a lot. The other thing I just want to say, because I saw someone comment, and I think it's important to say, is that my prayers go out to that sister. This is the kind of situation that can just destroy a family, and nobody had any intention of letting him out. Nobody had any intention of him getting hurt. It's just really difficult right now to find, to be able to do all that. Who knows their circumstances. So the mother and the sister, I'm sure there'll be a GoFundMe. We might be able to help them. And I'll be definitely contributing to that.
Absolutely.
I have stories when RJ was little, when he would elope. And one time he went out on the roof of our house.
Wow.
Now I was screaming, walking up and down the driveway, screaming for him. And I mean, screaming. And he was sitting up I didn't look up to see because I didn't know. I thought he got out. There were so many different ways I thought he could get out. I never thought to look up on the roof. And for 2 hours, we walked around the neighborhood, screaming, crying, just curling screams. And I just happened to glance up as I was walking on my driveway, and there was that little brother sitting out on the roof, just staring at us with no idea of the fear. Couldn't hear the fear in our voice, couldn't hear us screaming, couldn't process the fear. And it was the scariest thing ever, to see him not understand that we were screaming for him and trying to find him. And so the problem is that we just have to be vigilant all the time. And sometimes it's not always possible to be vigilant all the time, right?
No, not at all.
The other situation that we can touch on that we were talking about, and first of all, I want to thank everybody for joining us because we're going to post this because I think we don't have enough of these. if we got on this every day and talked about this, it still wouldn't be enough. But one of
Mm-mm.
the things I want to talk about is we were talking about the situation in Kentucky
Mm-hmm.
where the young mom who Camille and I have both spoken with put the device in her son's locks,
Yes.
and then saw some really disturbing things. And we tried to encourage her because she's an amazing mom,
Yes, she is.
and we tried to encourage her. Tiffany is her name, to just try to just keep moving forward because that school was really trying her. I'm sure you guys know about this situation. If you don't, definitely look it up. And we need to check in with her soon,
Yeah.
to see how she's doing.
Conversation. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and we can get on a call with her and talk to her. And then she has a lot more of her story to tell. She's a really special mom, but we want to just put support and love out there for her.
Be sure to
Yes,
like, comment,
absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
subscribe.
That's, I
And
mean, when you have a child and they are nonverbal and they can't tell you what's happening to them at school,
mhm.
that's, you talk about our worst nightmare.
Yes, absolutely. And this is supposed to be the place to protect them and teach them. But some of these people have mental health issues.
There's
They
some
are
of the
really,
people that work at the schools
yeah, yeah. Some of these people that are supposed to be protecting our kids are the
got their own
mothers.
problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when she posted a picture of the man that she allegedly saw through the camera do all these things, I got scared.
Yep. Yep.
I was like, this man is working with special needs kids. I mean, just, I'm not trying to judge a book by its cover, but just, I viscerally like went like
Yeah.
this when I saw his
I judged
picture.
the book by the cover. I was like, woo! He was
Yeah.
scary looking.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. Someone said they're definitely quick to tell you the behavior of your kids, because but won't talk about how they're being treated. And that's was Tiffany's big issue, was that
Yes.
they kept calling her saying your son is being a problem at school.
Yes.
They were throwing up the red flags, almost projecting what they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
telling on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she decided, let me put this in his hair, and when they found that, they were very defensive.
Yep.
And then my big question was, why? Because she asked them, don't you have cameras in the classroom? And my
Right.
big question was, why not? Why don't you have cameras in the
Right.
classroom?
You. I know. I after I saw that, I said I did a reel, and I said, listen, we all can learn something from that mother, because there are laws and rules against it, but sometimes we got to break the rules, because she
Yes.
would have never known.
She would have never known, but she was like, y'all are describing a boy that's not my son. He doesn't have this kind of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And, and someone said it's hard as a parent to advocate for your children, especially when they're nonverbal. I went through London getting his head slammed into a metal pole, and no one knew how it happened. That's the thing. They're coming home with these bruises, and you
Yeah.
can't. And it's one thing if it's maybe another kid and something happens, but they're supposed to report that to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been seeing way too many videos. There was one where a caregiver kicked a child. Did you see that one?
No. Oh, yes, yes. In the ABA center. Yeah. Recently.
Like,
Mm.
what are we doing? We the lowest hanging fruit solution to this is cameras in a
It is.
classroom where
It
children
is.
cannot express what happens to them.
It must be the law. It should be the law in every state.
Yeah.
It is a law in our state. It's 7 states in the United States, but I'm not understanding why it's not a law. In Texas, I did a little research, and it was put into law by a grandmother. Her 12-year-old grandson was abused, and she fought and fought and fought. And in San Antonio, she got it pushed to become a law in our state. That when requested, they'll put it in the classroom.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's really up to us to advocate and get these laws passed, and then
Yes.
to have the laws actually followed. And when we talked to Tiffany, um, I think the thing that really stood out to me was that she really wanted to advocate for others.
Mm-hmm.
She really wanted to make sure they could get cameras in these classrooms, so
Absolutely.
that we have a way to have checks and balances on these caregivers. Did you see the one that was like, was it today? I just saw it. The mom was at work and the babysitter was sound asleep, and she put the alarm on. Did you guys see that one? She put
No.
the alarm on, and you can see the baby coming downstairs crying. The baby falls down the stairs, and the girl is knocked out. I mean, slumped on the bed. That one is viral today. And you can hear the mom talking. You know, she can talk through her Ring camera. She's like, wake up, wake up. And the girl was knocked out. Then she puts the alarm on. The alarm is blaring. That girl didn't move.
Oh my goodness.
And it wasn't until the cops came and knocked on the door, and you could hear the mom saying she's on her way. Like, I guess she had her phone. And I never saw when the mom got there, and I don't know what happened. But what is happening with these neglectful caregivers looking after kids?
Yep, because I think for years this group of people, this is the most delicate group of people with disabilities, people that can't defend themselves. You can be hidden working with them, no one will say anything. I read a post a little while ago, a mom and dad, they had their child in a home. He was 19, and one of the workers called the mom and said, your child has been being abused and I can't take it anymore. They sent the mom videos of her son being abused and physically. And so the parents, the people that were got arrested, and they have a big lawsuit against that home.
Well, at least it sounds like there's some justice that's happening. But like, just when you think about this happens on camera, you wonder how many times this happened when no one sees it.
And here's the thing. So I took Mason out of public school, and I was like, okay, I'll homeschool him for a little while, and he does ABA speech and OT. I was very adamant about not putting him anywhere that didn't have cameras. And so the center he goes to now, they have 2 big LED screens with cameras going in every room. So if the parent wanted to go have coffee and sit and watch their kid all day, they could. And so some of these places do exist. You just have to be okay with waiting until you find them.
Oh, because right, exactly. And you have to and there's a wait list for a lot of them. And that part is so frustrating.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.